right, Eric. I guess we're still in the distillery, aren't we?
Good friends at Black
Yeah.
Hat Distillery here in Colorado Springs. They have been gracious to us this weekend. I said, yeah, set up right in the shadows of Big Abe,
Yeah,
the big distiller back there.
Yeah.
And here we are.
yeah. Small plug. Check out Black Hat Distillery. They're amazing.
Yes,
So
yes.
follow them on social, and then check out their site. They got a lot of cool stuff. If you're local in Colorado Springs, go on a tour. Amazing.
Yes,
Amazing.
you'll learn a lot.
We'll leave it at that. So we just wrapped up 3 days. We've been here. It's been exciting. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Cocktails.
Oh, man.
So good. And we wrapped up and we're like, oh, we need some music. And hey, you know what? Let's talk about some music.
Yeah,
Right?
we're rounding out another year. Always nice to kind of look back at the soundtrack of the year and what really caught your ear and your interest.
Yeah,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how about you? Like this year, what music kind of caught your attention the most?
I would say right out of the gate, because I saw the concert,
Oh yeah.
and I love my Black Crowes. And I love my Black Crowes.
Yeah,
you
same.
know. So Happiness Bastards, phenomenal album.
Yeah.
It goes back. They're up for a Grammy nomination.
Yep.
So which is really cool. So good luck to them. I don't think they need it because they deserve every bit of it.
True.
And
True.
but I will say this: it's pretty exciting. I was on their social. This is so funny. Hey, we're up for a Grammy nomination and so on. And I wrote on there, deserved, like so well deserved. You guys deserve this. But I got a response from Chris Robinson's personal page.
Really?
Yep.
What did he say?
It's like I was like a 14-year-old kid, like, huh? He just liked it. I don't care. To me, it was like 2 sentences. Hey, Shane, thanks a lot. I appreciate you. You looking out for us.
My old friend Shane, thanks.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, great album.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on it
Yeah,
when it came
so
out.
check that
Great
out.
one.
Well, what about you?
Sure.
Give me.
Oh man,
Hit me.
it was I gotta say, it feels like a weird year, and I'll quantify that. Like, first of all, there were a couple things that kind of came out late last year that kind of feel like they're a part of this year.
Yeah.
A couple things. So, and I listened to them a lot. So one was the Foghat album, Sonic Mojo, that we've talked about a lot, but
Yeah.
it's a great album. So
Yeah.
that was in my mind. And then Peter Gabriel's album,
Okay.
I.O. I listened to that a lot, and they came out right at the end, so they almost feel like they're a part of this year, but they're not. So the one, I guess, that really stood out first for me this year was the St. Vincent album,
Mm.
All Born Screaming. Man,
Yeah.
where did she come from?
Can't stop my legs, I can't feel my feet. I own nothing and nothing owns me. Hey. We're all born screaming. We're all.
Man, where did she come from? Like,
Yeah.
I know she's been around for a while, but her level of creativity and ability to recreate like personas and to some degree sounds,
Yeah.
like it's Bowie-esque in some ways.
Yeah.
She's so talented.
But she also puts herself around a lot of talented. Isn't Jason Faulkner still
yes,
playing with her?
That one really caught my attention. What else did you listen to?
Trail of Flowers by Sarah Farrell.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, a little more
Yeah.
country, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for me, I'm just being honest. It's what I was listening to. I'd get in the car and it had this like old rootsy country stand-up bass.
Yes.
She's got this little twang to her, and
I would call that hippie country.
I'm losing touch with all my friends, the ones who remind me who I am. If I could just get back home to pick up where we left off.
I would call that hippie country.
yeah,
Like, she's got a Grateful Dead-ish kind of vibe.
Yeah, and she's a trip, and
Yeah.
she's got a great style. to her voice, and the band that she has are just they're solid, and
Yeah.
reminds me a little. My grandfather was a bluegrass player,
Right.
and so there's a little bit of that sound that kind of takes me back to some of
Sure.
that old
Sure.
time. There's a little Hank
Yeah.
Williams in there.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of fun little things, but I would say that rootsy country. It's definitely, you got to be in the right mindset for that.
Yeah, but it's a great
But,
album for sure.
Yeah.
That's
What else?
awesome.
Where else you at?
So I'll have to give a shout out to my son, Rowan.
Oh,
My son was all about this new album by Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia. And I'm like, okay. And so finally, after my son just wouldn't stop talking about it nonstop,
yeah.
I'm like, well, let me hear what this is all about.
Uh-huh.
I was blown away. Like this guy's creativity, again, like the level of talent, the mixture of compositions and sounds and the way they transition to one another.
Mhm.
I was blown away. I have to say that was and is one of my favorite things I've listened to this
Well,
year.
that's always been the good thing about you, because you have the ability to break down certain barriers and certain things to listen really where that music is coming from, which a lot of people, 85% of people don't do. There might be
Sure.
a judgment on the front end, there might be, but the way that you brought it to my attention, not my thing straight out of the gate, but I haven't really sat and listened to it, how
Right.
you've dissected this and went, Shane, you really need to and you started to get into it, and then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but my mindset is not there
Sure,
to do
sure,
that. But I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna approach it.
I'm telling you,
know?
man, Tyler the Creator. The elements in that. There's R&B, there's soul, there's funk.
Yeah,
There's my favorite song on it. Just drives like a 70s hard rock song. This guy's talented, and that album is really good. Really
yeah.
good.
Wow.
Anything else stand out to you?
Well, I think I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna jump on the bandwagon because you introduced it to me.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say Elbow.
Oh, hands down.
So
Hands
Audio Vertigo.
man.
And
Mm.
that album, I find myself when you're like, I just need to listen to some music. You're at the house, you're doing something, you're like, okay, what do I want to, I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to find something.
Yeah.
That album is a great album to put on, because it's like this fantasy.
4 a.m. and the darkness cooks, and a photo falls from the hiding book.
Put on, because it's like this fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like everything
Yeah.
kind of blends in, and almost to a degree of going back and how you would listen to a Pink Floyd album.
That Elbow and that Audio Vertigo album, really recommend that to everyone. Probably one of the highlights, if not the highlight musically for me this year.
we might have to say, because that's where we both landed. We landed on that with that.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one
I
of the
think
top
so.
for us for 2024. So
Yeah.
Elbow.
Absolutely. Elbow.
Yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Don't forget elbow. Cheers.